Crawford's College, changing lives. Welcome to Cover Story Highlights, raw, unapologetic, and grounded in truth. In this episode of Cover Story Highlights, we take a deep dive into the politician's service to humanity.
Man buys a car.
This is the question. A man buys a car.
For 6,000.
First of all, is that important?
No.
No matter if you buy a car, a bus, a truck, a plane, a party, you don't man. But you buy it for what?
6,000.
That means that what is that? What's that? Jesus Christ.
Folks, when we talk about service to humanity, few names embodied it quite like Damion Crawford. From his days at the University of the West Indies, Damion has been giving back, starting a free mathematics class that has since grown into a movement of learning and empowerment. Everywhere he goes, he takes his passion for education with him, running free math classes in every constituency he represents. Crawford's latest effort is at the Charliemont High School in St. Catherine, where more than 200 students show up every Saturday for a 4-hour class absolutely free.
I've been doing this class for 18 months. However, I've been doing free mathematics classes from 2005. It used to be at the University of the West Indies, then it was in Quarry, and now we are here. We made a stop in Portland. So wherever I am, as a member of parliament, I try to impact with mathematics classes.
And it doesn't stop there. Out of his own pocket, Damion spends over $150,000 weekly to provide breakfast and lunch for those students. While some politicians are busy taking from the public purse, Damion Crawford continues to give back, investing his time, money, and heart into the next generation.
The teachers at Charliemont are very, very committed to the progress of their students, and they have not only evening and extended classes, but some teachers have been here every Saturday as well for their own classes. And we have seen where Charliemont had a movement, I think, from 9 principal to 63. So we can't take full credit for that because the teachers have been committed to it. However, we are putting in our little scent, our little lime to the lemonade, or our little sugar to the lemonade. Even if it's a drop of water, we're adding to the lemonade. So what we're trying to do is to show the students that there is a benefit of understanding maths, there is a simplicity of mathematics, and to give them additional exposure. Because we recognize that even the champions, they get additional exposure through extra classes that they can afford. And so what we're trying to do is to give these students that might not be of equal income to extra exposure that they can also afford, which is free.
This is what true service to humanity looks like. This is Damion Crawford, a leader who doesn't just talk about change, he teaches it.
And MP, you have always been true to your core, and I have followed your career for a while, even when you had intentions of going over there to Trelawney. And you have always stressed education for upward mobility, you know, and of course you'd give examples of your background and how that has changed your position in life. My question is, to do this, for a politician to take time out to do this, it is a tremendous thing in my estimation. Tell me what satisfaction personally you get from doing this.
Unlimited satisfaction. I mean, every time that they ask, you know, understand, and they say yes, that's immediate gratification. But I've met so many people on the road who say, you know, you met me pass maths. Some of them were directly in my class, some of them were just watching it on the internet. I've seen some here in sixth form that when you see them, you say, oh, I go, sir, me pass, you know. I get a 2, I get a 3, whatever. So the general satisfaction comes. Additionally, if you can help, you should help. Knowledge is the only thing you can share and still have it. Some man who don't want to share knowledge is very selfish, because it's not like a party. When you share half your party, you don't have half of your party. Everything I teach here, I still remember. In fact, I increase my knowledge by teaching these children. And interfacing with them, they're funny. You know what I mean? One of them draw me today. My belly look quite big in the book. But I love them like my own children. And I pay for extra classes for my son, and I would like to do the same for them. I just that I can't afford to pay, so I just make my time.
Crawford's motivation also comes from the failing grades that the Jamaican students have been getting in math exams.
Notice, MP, that during your stump speech on the campaign trail, you decried the mathematics passes. So help us to understand how your contribution to this Saturday classes, will improve that situation.
Well, less than 32% passed in 2025. The minister in 2024, the minister at that time, which was Favor Williams, said that we were in a crisis. This year, only 9 single students more passed. So only 9 more passed, and yet we're having a celebratory tour that mathematics have dramatically improved. What has happened is that they have entered less persons to do mathematics, less than ever in the last decade, and also less persons sat the exam, showed up for the exam, less than ever in the last decade. So the percentage of passes as the percent of the denominator has increased because they have reduced the number of persons that are there. When you look at the number of individuals that are born in that particular year group that should be doing exams last year, it was the same 43,000 students that were born. So it wasn't a lack of students available, but either less students are finishing high school, or less students are being recommended, or less students are showing up. So the numbers of mathematics that is being celebrated is actually a cry for help within the system, and unfortunately they have sought to sell a samphire to the society with only 9 more students passing. What we are trying to do with the internet, with the videos, with the extra exposure, is to level the playing field between schools like Charliemont and schools like Campion, where those students are not beneficiaries from just teachers in that 4 hours, but from extra exposure up to 16 hours extra exposure. So every week these students come from 10 to 2 and they will get 4 hours of.
And that was Cover Story Highlights. Join me again next time for another interesting episode of Cover Story Highlights. In the meantime, please subscribe, like, share. Yes, share this video and drop your comments below.